Hey there guys, you're right on time. But we just had a shipment come in. Let me get that offloaded and we'll get to our coffee break.
I don't need no Smith and West. No, what will you test? I can spend on who's your list. No,
there we go, all offloaded. Welcome to Coffee with Indy. Welcome friends to Coffee with Indy, where your buds here at Indy break down a topic of interest to the energy storage world in 90 seconds each or less, over a cold, lifeless, bland cup of coffee. Scratch that. Today we'll go with a cup of coffee from a great local roaster who does wood-fired roasting of their coffee beans. It's delicious. As we love you guys so much and we love spreading that coffee cheer, we're throwing in a month's supply of this delicious roast with every Indy EMS purchase this year. That's good. Topic for today. What are some energy storage industry predictions for 2021? I hope all of you had a good and restful holiday and are off to a sprint this year. It's going to be another big year for energy storage, and there's a lot of good work to be done. As such, let's get moving with our coffee break so we can get back to work. First up, our golden boy, John Mitchell. John, give us your 2021 predictions for the energy storage industry. You've got 90 seconds. Go!
So I wanted to share some of my predictions for a couple of the key markets for 2021 for energy storage. So starting with ERCOT, I think a lot of the large projects we saw announced in 2020 are going to start coming online, which is exciting. You know, the hundreds of megawatts, hundreds of megawatt hours that were announced is all going to start coming on the system. So it'll be interesting to see the impact that has on some of the market values and just the general ERCOT system overall, that amount of storage coming online so quickly. And in terms of development activity, you know, some of the latecomers might be hesitant to see how that will affect the market and some of the value of the revenue streams. So we'll see what happens there. In California, I think definitely want to see some development on the market participation rules for co-located and hybrid resources. There's still some unknowns there that I think are making people a bit nervous. But overall, I think the large and small scale stuff will continue to grow and expand as it has in California in recent years. One market we have a particular interest for 2021 is New York ISO. We think that with the goals they have, 1,500 megawatts by 2025, and the PSEG Long Island RFP, other utility RFPs, and kind of the VEDA program and the nice sort of bulk incentive storage program projects, all those things together, I think will lead to a pretty active year in terms of development for sure. And then hopefully in terms of just those projects coming online and kind of seeing how they operate and how they perform on the New York ISO system. The regulated markets, I think, will also, continue as they on trend and kind of see an overall increase in activity. So obviously a lot of the regulated utilities looking for PV assets have kind of added a storage element to their procurement efforts recently, and I think that'll continue and become more of the norm.
Thanks, John. Good points, nice insights, and nice shirt. Overall, no doubt there is a lot of opportunity in the wholesale markets. With that, next up, our masked man, Evan Turry. Evan, give us your 2021 predictions for the energy storage industry. Got 90 seconds. Go!
Evan Turry here, and my prediction for 2021 is that we'll have an end to the global pandemic. Oh, energy storage predictions for 2021. Well, either way, I hope we slash these COVID numbers globally. Okay, my energy storage prediction for 2021 is that we'll see several lesser-known lithium-ion battery suppliers hit prime time and land some big megawatt-hour numbers, and really expanding the list of major battery suppliers in stationary energy storage. You know, early on, you had a lot of installs from Saft. You had Extreme Power's lead-acid battery. You had BYD's LFP. And then LG Chem and Samsung came in and dominated the market with their LMO into NMC. And then lately, there's been a contraction, really, in the list of suppliers getting most of the wins. With Samsung sort of booked up with NextEra projects, there's been a glut of CATL LFP projects and Tesla. Delivery times are getting long. You'll see more and bigger wins from the likes of SK Innovation and Narada and Guotian. Some of y'all know these folks already. These are top 10, top 15 global lithium-ion battery suppliers, but they're really just hitting their stride in the stationary energy storage space. It'll give a chance for some of these other folks to really land a beachhead, including some non-lithium players like EOS. So why is capacity constrained? The EV market continues to reserve ever-expanding capacity. You have new entrants to the EV market in 2021 from Ford, Volkswagen, Volvo, Nissan, Mazda, Hyundai. The list goes on. In short, expect some major global lithium-ion battery suppliers who haven't been as big in the stationary energy storage space to make a big splash and re-expand the supplier list. Here's to 2021. Let's go.
As always, good stuff, Evan, and nice German pronunciation of Volkswagen. Okay, last but not least, yours truly, Eric Schrock. Eric, you have 90 seconds. Give us your 2021 predictions for the energy storage industry. Go! Wow, got a lot of thoughts on this one, but only a short time to express. So I'm going to take the tact of going rapid fire with my 2021 energy storage prediction. Let's go. First, I expect a tightening of the battery availability from top battery suppliers, at least for 2021 deliveries. It'll probably be a similar story in 2022. However, surging demand and that tightening supply will lead to some established but new to the stationary market suppliers taking a bigger presence as things settle out. Next, scale, scale, scale. Big projects are coming online this year with some even bigger announcements happening. Megawatt used to be cool, gigawatt is now the new cool. It's crazy the speed at which things are growing. Next, I think continued evolution happens on the commercial side for 21, but we still have some road to travel. What I mean by that is I think turnkey or near turnkey direct asset sale transactions will dominate, but continued evolution with different commercial structures like asset leasing models, direct component purchases as opposed to turnkey purchases are going to grow, where a few folks figure out how to get it done and squeeze some cost out, but I think the perceived risk and some other concerns will still be too high for most people. Next, no doubt a finance and investment surge in the industry. I think more attempts to replicate some of the recent SPAC successes, aka the SPAC successes being some of these surging multi-billion-dollar valuations. Next up, certainly the storage news cycles will be in full effect, but they'll be dominated by some of these larger projects. However, the sum of the littles will be significant, meaning these 1 megawatt, 2 megawatt, 5 megawatt projects, including significant growth in the EV charging area. Last but not least, Indie Energy crosses the 1 gigawatt hour threshold with our EMS in 2021. And that's operating systems, not pipeline or pipe dream, which is what a lot of other folks claim. All in all, it's going to be a big year for storage, so coffee cheers to that. Delicious. Okay, my friends, that's the end of another coffee break. I think any way you slice it, it's going to be a big year for energy storage. If we haven't connected yet, we need to. We're doing lots of good stuff with our EMS, the Indie EMS, so hit us up for a demo. We'll almost assuredly point out a few things that will be helpful to you on your journey. All right, let's finish our coffees and let's put our backs into making 2021 a really big year. As always, remember, today is the day, the time is now, so let's get back to work. From Spain back out to Texas. This album for my friends, but yo, this hook is for my head. She got the body of a goddess, everybody know that.
Super cute face and the booty so fat. I'm in the club.